So yeah, what I have done already is I have installed the chart version 0.2.4 and I have run QA against it. I got one failure, same as the last time, that squash and merge thing. So I actually have a doubt regarding how can one specify the version of chart, because once I installed chart, I had no clue which version of the chart was being installed. So then I went and did the Helm list versions thing and found out. So how we can specify I want to install one specific version of chart, I don't know. Another
There's
doubt
a
yeah, yes, Josh.
yeah, there's a Helm option to do so. It's -V, I want to say. I can look up in a second here.
So yeah, the other question was regarding SSL certificates. So we are recreating them each week, right? So we are not using any existing certificates. At least that's what I understood from the documentation.
No, we're just for the demo now. We're just using the Let's Encrypt certificates that get generated each time.
Okay, good. So yeah, all in all, the documentation was okay for getting up the preparation done, and the QA documentation was also up to the point. So nothing interesting happened while preparing for the demo. So let's move forward with upgrading. Let me check the status. Okay, everything seems to be running fine. Cool. Okay, upgrade to the latest version and verify that GitLab is running. Okay, so does latest version means master here or latest release version?
In this case, use master.
Okay. And I can use reuse values, right? I see a mention of some bug there. So do we want to try it again?
That doesn't always work.
It's give it a try. You'll know pretty fast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably not going to work though.
Oh, sorry.
You're going to also have to specify the release name you're trying to upgrade.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Something broke.
Yeah, so that's because we've deprecated some of the values that you're now using in reuse values.
Okay, cool. So I'll go the old way.
Yeah, we should add the new deprecations format if we have something there.
Okay, so yeah. These ignoring non-table value, I remember seeing them before we released beta.
I'm going to bet that is coming from GitLab Runner.
Yeah.
Destination for cat.
So I thought that was
Yeah, I opened an issue on
Resolved.
that. I saw that as well. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if it's coming from a certain version though, or
I thought we fixed this, so I'm betting we just have an outdate.
Okay, so in this notes section, are deprecations supposed to come here?
Actually, if there are deprecations that you actually hit and they're added to the deprecations format that we merged earlier, you will actually get a fail with a list of all the deprecations and what you need to do. In this case, this is actually the notes template that's actually outputting basically blank lines.
Okay. Why are the blank lines?
The notes template will generate no matter what.
Okay. So yeah, I'm seeing old ports terminating, new ones initializing.
Yeah, and there is a blank line in the middle of the template.
Okay. Git is initializing unicorn. The old ones are probably being terminated. Yes, all the unicorn ones. One sidekick. Okay, let's visit. Verify that GitLab is running. Yes, I would say it's running, but let's try creating a project. Yeah, okay, so that issue I already opened. Even if I checked initialize with README, no README was created. So I know we have, yeah, issue 607.
Can you do me a favor, Balu, and check
Yeah,
the reported version from the admin panel?
okay. In the component section, right?
Correct.
11.1.03, although I'm seeing a broken image. 11.1.03. Isn't that's what you wanted, right?
In this case, this is what we wanted to see. This tells us that the unicorn pods are actually running the master builds from Nightly. When you deploy a tagged version of the chart, you will actually see a released version.
Okay. Yeah, I did see when I released the initial one. Okay. So next one is change the default theme. Yeah, we haven't implemented that. I just assigned myself that issue today morning, and I know I haven't implemented it yet. So uh, this I would probably give a. Am I supposed to rate or are you, Jason?
They, yeah, either one of us can actually do that. We basically do a quick agreement on it. The upgrade looks like it overall worked. What was issue 607? gotta pull it up.
The initialized repository with README not working.
Yeah, okay. I would say overall that looks like it's good. Can you check, what do you have it right in front of me? Can you rerun the pod list? I just want to make sure that actually all of the pods actually restarted and things like this. Yeah, GitLab runner, no surprise that that's sitting in the reboot loop. Everything else looks like it's only been running for a couple of minutes, so it's correct. Well, I should say everything that is internal to the chart.
Yeah.
The databases and the Nginx aren't going to be changed by going to master, so those are not the ones to expect changes. So it looks like the upgrade actually behaved appropriately this time.
So I'll let you rate that one. Next one is not about that. A recovery from failure in GCP code.
Yeah.
Okay. This is an abrupt delete, right? I don't have to stop and gracefully delete, do I?
Correct. Just knock it out of there like some sort of disaster.
Yep.
Okay.
We are
That I
manually
can do.
shooting one in the foot to see what happens.
In this case, you only have two, so it probably is not going to be very happy.
But we still want to see what it tries to do in that scenario. So
Something should change here, right? Yeah. Something is changed.
yeah. The UI in GKE can sometimes be a little behind.
Does not have minimum availability.
So it's trying now. Can you pull a second tab on the clusters and go into that cluster? This will tell us what's going on the nodes in terms of behaviors, so we can see what it's trying to do. All right, now click on nodes. Now it's definitely showing a single one. We are almost at the max of the CPU requests, and we are currently reportedly less than the maximum allocatable memory. So at least we know it looks like it's trying.
Let's see what happened here. For GitLab.
DJ, I don't know about you, but I'd be interested in seeing what happens once everything does come back up. Because Postgres is one of those, what happens if you rip it out from a running container? I don't think it's as sensitive as Redis with Unicorn, but I don't know.
So at this point, we wait for everything to come back up, right? Okay. Actually sidekick and unicorn are in backup yet. Okay, Githily came back up. A runner, I don't know what will happen. Okay, so another node was open.
So did I miss something, or did that automatically recreate one of the VMs?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, the GK node pool will be like, I'm supposed to have 2 nodes, so I'll boot up another one because I'm missing one.
Okay. I was making sure I'm seeing the same thing. I'm like, really? Did it do that? That's kind of handy.
Okay, unicorn came back up. Everything except runner looks okay.
All right, try it. And we'll find out if it's actually okay.
Let's create a project. Push to it. Oh, I haven't added an SSH key. Bad.
And the messages you're seeing about the SSH host keys is likely because you've ran it on
Yeah.
this domain before.
Yeah. It's like a wrong address or yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
wrong identification. Yeah. So
Yeah.
cloning work. Okay, push over SSH work. Yeah. push image to registry. I have to find out the password.
Scary seeing so many successes.
Okay, push work. Image pushing also worked. Functional emails are being sent. So what I did was I have already configured Mailgun on this, and I have a user created with my Gmail ID. So we can try mentioning that user and see if notification comes. That's enough, right?
Yep. I think I just like added DJ to a project. I haven't created an account. He got his activation email, and then I added him to a project to make sure it all went.
Okay. So sure video. Okay, let me check if the email came through. Yes, I got the email with notification. So that worked. Reply by email is still not implemented, right?
Correct.
Okay. Create a project from template. I tried this last weekend. It wasn't working. Let me see.
Yeah, we expect this will fail,
Okay.
but maybe somebody surprised us in Nightly.
Why do we have this when we are importing from a template? That's a relatively small repo. So if it was working, it should have worked by now. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't seem to be working yet. But we need a okay, the sidekick one. No, it's still broken. Project export import of GitLab export works currently. Okay, let's see a project.
last week the export functioned. The import will end up not, according to our expectations.
Export. Oh, it will be sent by email, but which email ID did I give for root account?
It would probably be sent to your administrator root. You should actually be able to simply refresh the page that you're on, and there will actually be a link under that once you hit expand.
Okay, yeah. Okay, it's binary.
Yeah,
Uh, should it have any extension or anything like that?
mine was, yeah.
Like we have an issue with object storage not retaining extensions. Is this somehow related to that? I am widely guessing.
I think the extension was supposed to be dot export in this case.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. It might just be a targz. I don't know.
Let me check. Yeah, it's a gzip compressed file. So,
Yeah, mine is download export.gz.
okay, so I don't have the extension. So,
I wonder if that's a Firefox thing.
well,
It
the
may have,
download,
helpfully automatically unzipped it for you or something, or ungzed it for you.
no, the download
No.
link itself doesn't show gz. So let me copy the link and paste it. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, right. But remember, the download export is a sublink under that, which should be providing a content name when you actually get it, and then your browser's supposed to listen to that.
Okay. That makes
So there's a possibility that this is something with the Rails code base and everything else. So we should potentially raise the issue, but one of us should try this as with a Chrome and see what happens. Or I would almost say try it with curl, but that's kind of a huge pain.
yeah, like access token and the whole thing there, right? Uploading. Okay, I need to try import, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, the other one officially failed now. Importing from a template. This one also, I don't think it's working because it's like a one file repository. Should be done by now. Uploading custom header logo shows the logo. Video. Okay, let me figure out where this goes. No appearance. Yeah, header logo. I need a good logo. My logo is broken. Is that expected?
We don't like the fact that it's broken, but yeah, it's been it hasn't been working, which is why it's on the list.
Yeah, they're working on that on the Rails codebase side.
Cool. Okay, so backlog previously demoed items. What exactly do I do there?
That's just a space for us to add things that we have considered successful several times in a row. So we don't have any currently in there. So you're good. You're done.
Okay, cool.
Over.
That's great to know.
Yeah, and that's probably the most successful run we've had.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me stop sharing the screen.
All right, let's repeat this once again, and we need to change the demo so we are unsuccessful again.
Yeah, like if demo
Joking.
is so perfect, we need to change it, right?
Exactly.
Cool. So yeah, if no one has anything else to say, that's it.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.